I'm talking with Attorney General Tim Fox right now, and I understand that throughout the state there are various areas in which there are sexual and violent offenders, and every now and then we have to go through and check the status of these individuals. So, Tim, what can you tell us?
Well, that's correct, Peter. Under Montana law, we have a system of basically ranking sexual or violent offenders after convictions according to a tier level, which essentially is according to their risk of reoffending. And the courts have the discretion of determining whether or not someone should be on the registry, and if so, they have an evaluation done of that person's risk. And when that evaluation's done, they are then placed in Tier 1, Tier 2, or Tier 3.
What are those tiers, Tim?
What's that?
What are those tiers?
So those tiers have different conditions that are associated with them. A Tier 1 offender or a non-designated offender is very low risk, according to the evaluation, and they only have to verify their address once a year. A Tier 2 is higher risk. They have to verify their address every 180 days. And a Tier 3, which is the persons who are at most danger to be a risk of reoffending, have to verify their address every 90 days. That information is collected by local law enforcement. It's provided to the Division of Criminal Investigation Registry office, and then they put it up on the internet, and then the public can go to our website and they can see who's living in their neighborhoods and have a pretty good idea what their risk of reoffending might be, what they were found guilty of doing, etc. That information is helpful to Montanans who want to, again, see who's living in their neighborhood, keep track of offender if you're a victim, etc. And so we had found that a number of folks are not complying with the law in keeping up to date with their addresses and other information they're required to provide, such as photographs. And so we instituted this system of compliance checks. We've gone to a number of the larger communities in Montana where we have a larger population of offenders on the registry, and we work very closely with local law enforcement and federal authorities, and in this particular case, we worked with the Billings Police Department, Montana Department of Corrections, federal probation authorities, and the U.S. Marshals Service. And we did the compliance check, and what we did was we verified that 233 offenders had correct addresses. There were 17 known non-compliant offenders that were brought into compliance. We found 24 people who were not compliant, and they hadn't provided the information they were supposed to on the schedule that was required. And we made 5 arrests, 4 for probation violations and 1 on an outstanding arrest warrant. And as fate would have it, we also found a runaway or missing person at an offender's residence, and were able to find that person. So, again, this is a real study in the cooperation and collaboration and hard work of law enforcement agencies at all levels, local, state, and federal. We're very proud to be a part of that team, and we will continue to do these compliance checks throughout Montana in different communities. And the good news is that as we've been doing these over the last couple of years, we're getting a better rate of compliance from offenders because the word is now out that you can't just not report as you're supposed to, because you could have some consequences.